The conflict between Jews and Arabs seems simple on the surface, yet it's deeply rooted in religion, land, and identity. It's a complex story of ancient ties to sacred lands and deeply held beliefs. Today, we'll trace this conflict back thousands of years to understand its origins. Our story begins around 1000 BCE, when King David established Jerusalem as the capital of the Jewish kingdom. His son, King Solomon, built a magnificent temple here, believed to be the house of God on earth. But in 70 CE, the Romans destroyed this temple and exiled the Jews from their homeland, marking the start of a centuries-long Jewish diaspora. Centuries later, in the 7th century, a new faith was born on the Arabian Peninsula, Islam. Under the leadership of the Prophet Muhammad, Muslims expanded across the Middle East, and Jerusalem became a significant site in Islam. Muslims believe Muhammad ascended to heaven from Al-Aqsa Mosque, making Jerusalem the third holiest city in Islam. During this period, Muslims transformed the culture and religious life of Jerusalem and its surrounding lands. These sacred sites play a crucial role in both religions. Jews see Temple Mount as the heart of the Promised Land, where their ancient temple once stood. For Muslims, Jerusalem is deeply revered as the place of Muhammad's ascension. For centuries, both communities remained spiritually connected to this land. In the 11th century, the Christian world set its sights on Jerusalem, launching the Crusades to capture it from Muslim control. The city witnessed intense violence until Muslim leader Saladin reclaimed it, restoring Muslim rule. These events intensified the religious struggle over Jerusalem. By the late 19th century, a movement called Zionism emerged in Europe, with Jewish people yearning to return to their historical homeland in Palestine. At that time, Palestine was part of the Ottoman Empire, and Jewish immigrants began arriving. But as their numbers grew, tension emerged with the local Arab population. In 1917, Britain issued the Balfour Declaration, supporting a Jewish homeland in Palestine. Arabs in the region felt threatened, seeing this as the beginning of land loss. After World War II, many Jewish survivors of the Holocaust sought refuge in Palestine. Then in 1948, Israel declared its independence, leading to conflict with surrounding Arab nations. Israel's establishment in 1948 triggered a series of conflicts. The 1948, 1967, and 1973 wars were devastating for both Arabs and Israelis. In the 1967 Six-Day War, Israel captured territories like the West Bank, Gaza, Golan Heights, and East Jerusalem. This expansion led to massive land loss for Palestinians. Israeli settlements in these areas created further resentment among Palestinians, who felt increasingly displaced. With the construction of walls and checkpoints, Israel cited security concerns, but Palestinians faced restricted movement. Radical groups on both sides have since fueled the cycle of violence. This conflict has moved beyond the Middle East, shaping international politics. The US, European countries, and neighboring Arab states have all attempted peace efforts, but deep-seated trauma, history, and land claims make peace elusive. Jerusalem's status remains a critical sticking point, with neither side willing to give it up. But hope still exists. Many Israelis and Palestinians are determined to live in peace, working to bridge divides and build a future together. This conflict reflects the broader human struggle to find understanding, tolerance, and the path to coexistence. The struggle between Jews and Arabs is more than just a fight over land or religion. It's a story shaped by history, identity, and generations of conflict. Only time will tell if peace will come to this sacred ground, but hope remains alive.